Hello, I'm Marcy Master, and this is one of my Halo Reach speedruns. This is going to be Legendary, Tip of the Spear. The time is 7 minutes 51 seconds. That is the current world record. Many have tried to beat this run. Actually, nobody's tried to beat this run, and obviously nobody's managed to succeed it. Nobody's trying. Go up the left side as soon as you start. Got to go down onto this little ledge. This avoids all of the enemies. Just 2 grunts, 1 and 2. That's all done. Just running off to the side, throwing some grenades into that turret so that the elites can get into it. If they do, that can be a big problem, especially if they're still in it when the Warthog drops, because then the elite is liable to destroy it. That is about as fast as you can do it, 30 seconds. Then just gotta take a good line down here. I'm not an amazing Warthog driver, but I try my best. Gotta get this guy out and killed as quick as possible. Don't like team killing, but it has to be done because if he's still alive, he'll drive off the Warthog and then you won't be able to do anything because the Warthog's running into enemy fire. Exactly 8 volleys of the rockets for this Tyrant gun. Those are skirmishers with needle rifles. Those are just bouncing off the armor plating of the Warthog at the minute, which is fortunate for me. Only taking a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, this is the fastest way on Legendary. Basically, more aggressive methods are liable to get you killed. The method I use on Mythic just is slower because you have to travel so far with the grenade launcher from the other side. As soon as I've launched this 8th volley, I have to get back in, come up to here, check see if the ghost is there. It's not there. The ghost with the elite in, so I'm going to steal this unmanned ghost because it's slightly easier to maneuver over the rocky terrain in the next passageway. It's not really any faster, it's about the same as the Warthog if you get it going in a straight line, but because it's so bumpy it can be better. I lost a little bit of time there on that jump. Shouldn't have boosted so early, should have just let it bounce over. Did not mean to do that, I've lost like 2-3 seconds there. Undoing all my advantage from taking the ghost, unfortunately. Now, if I'd managed to acquire a Concussion Rifle from the lead at the very start, which is incredibly hard even on Heroic, and it's insane to try and do on Legendary or Mythic, I could have jumped up the wall of the BXR facility. Unfortunately I can't, so I'm going to have to just do this normal method, running behind all these enemies. There's a Ultra Grunt in that turret, so I had to 2-shot him. Always be prepared for those skirmishes. This is the famous BXR girder skip. I believe I was the first person to find this. Definitely, probably make the most use out of it of anybody. Doing that skips a whole bunch of enemies. There's only these 2 jackals you have to deal with, which you can blast the hell away with a grenade launcher. Now, quick little jump here. No jump, I'm sorry. Just run straight up to it. Forgetting what I did in my own run. Grab the Revenant because it's slightly more useful than the Ghost. If things go to hell in the next area, then the Revenant is still very powerful. You can use it as a battering ram. That was my backup plan. Didn't have to do that, fortunately. Just jumping onto this. I've let the Revenant go forward a little bit there so I can jump back down into it, into the driver's seat as quick as possible. This surprisingly is a very quick method to take out that Tyrant gun. The chain gun hog is amazing against it. Revenant shots would take, it's already dead in fact, Revenant shots would take many more shots, and rocket hogs, as I demonstrated on the first one, would take 8 volleys, so it's crazy how powerful it is. If you manage to do that with the chain gun hog, and this Wraith is still here, which is random, which is really annoying, you can jump up to it, they'll be stunned for a second, and you can board it and start your attack with no trouble. Then that's where I got the plasma pistol, so I can board it. If I was unable to do this, if the Wraith had decided to suicide it, I would have used the Revenant instead and then started shooting the other Wraith with volleys from the Revenant and then going on and splattering everything. That's insanely hard, and I'm really glad I didn't have to do that, because this method with the Wraith is actually fairly fast as well. It's one of the fastest ways, and it's much easier than using the Revenant. Just got to come up, move up quickly behind this rock, and then try and get in multi-kills on all the enemies as quick as possible. It's about reducing the enemy count as quick as possible to about 1 or 2 enemies, and then they'll come in. See, there's one left. The Falcon's already coming in, which is great. Whew. Get a couple of seconds breather, and then jump in, have a nice little relaxing ride. There's a lot that happens in this speedrun, and I have had to talk quite quickly. But this is one of those nice little quiet moments. The right side of the Falcon I generally find very slightly easier, and I've got it down to basically an exact science now. So if you follow what I do, go straight for these infantry, try and kill the skirmishers, and then try and take out the elite, which is totally possible on Legendary, difficult on Mythic. Go for this second turret from behind the tree, then go for the other one, then go for the sniper tower, then switch to the elites. They're hiding behind there, I know they are, see, there's one dead. And then the far turret, then the near turret, then the Wraith, and then the elites. And then finally finally clean up all the stragglers. That's exactly the method. That is, as far as I know, that is the best method. I have a very high success rate with that method in solo. Co-op with one person on the other side of the Falcon, it gets kind of insane. But in solo, if you do that exactly, and you time your shots so you get the highest rate of fire from the grenade launcher, then it's a very, very high success rate on every single difficulty. Granted, on easy you don't even need to shoot anything, but you know. Skip that cutscene. Not going to grab the jetpack, just going to grab the health pack because this is legendary. I don't want to die too much. Don't want to die at the end of a great run like this. Just need to take out that one grunt. Don't worry about anything else. Just blinders on, run straight up the side. Hopefully it has a plasma pistol. Luckily it does. If it had been a needler, I would have had a bit more trouble. Let's help with the spire. Now there's a little ledge here. Jump on that. Jump onto that other ledge, which is a bit tricky because the first rock is kind of curved. It's not a nice flat surface. Jump into the spade. Go down. Jump into this side part of the spire, and then run straight into the elevator. Just avoiding everything as much as possible. Avoidance is usually quicker than having to fight things out. Now going around to the right, because that's where the grunts are coming out. Throw a grenade. That was supposed to go through and take out the grunt with a fuel rod gun. Totally messed that up. Realizing that I'm terrible with the DMR, doesn't matter. Still doing this fairly quick. Overcharge. Get him before he's too aware. He becomes aware when you kill one of the fuel rod gun grunts, and then assassinate the other one while it's still unaware, and then hit the button. And now else you breathe, and jump off the spire. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that hopefully filled out some of your knowledge. Maybe that was helpful. Next time I will be doing a legendary Long Night of Solace.